All right, welcome back, everybody, to Wimbledon 2025. Whew, man, what a start to the day! Crazy start today. We've got so much going on today. Because of yesterday, them making the call that they shouldn't play the final set of the Fritz match, they've had to move to today. Zverev's match was never going to finish yesterday, so they finished 2 sets and then they ended. And then a match got postponed. 2 matches, I think, got postponed. Plus, there's like so many crazy matches on today anyway, and lots of good players playing at the same time. If we get through today, and I don't rage quit, I feel like that's a win. So today is going to be... There's going to be a lot going on today, so we all need to lock in. We need to lock in because today is busy. But Poulter's won, Pegula lost, which, I mean, that was crazy. How did she lose? I didn't watch it. Did she not want to play? I don't know what happened. But that is by far the biggest shock of the tournament. I mean, just because it's number 3, but also she won last week. How did she lose? Fritz will win similar to Alcaraz, easy 5th set. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, Pegula lost. Crazy. So we've got Sinner first. We've got Sinner versus Nardi. Eala versus Krejcikova. We're going to finish the Fritz match. Swiatek's coming on, but I don't know if we'll get to her because of the scheduling. And because Pegula lost so quickly, everything's starting earlier than I expected. So we might not be able to watch Swiatek because unless Fritz and Basilesh really play 5 sets, which could happen, then yeah, we might not be able to watch Iga, which sucks because I want to watch Swiatek. Especially now that Pegula's gone. I mean, Swiatek, I mean, everybody's in trouble at the moment. Nobody's safe. Pegula didn't look right, and okay, maybe she did have a lot of strapping on her leg and her shoulder last week, so I don't know. Also, it's super hot today, apparently, so that's another whole thing. Dasher won. That's great. Dasher won. We love that. Swiatek might go home early. I mean, she should beat Kudermetova today. I don't think she shouldn't lose. Yeah, apparently the names are back. That's great. So yeah. When was the last time you didn't watch Swiatek? Like last year, like Billie Jean King Cup this year or last year? Alcaraz was not Alcarazing. I mean, a lot more credit should go to Fognini, I think. Very early upsets yesterday and now to start today. I know. Wimbledon is going to be... What are we going to watch in the second half of the tournament when no one's left? Like, what are we going to watch? Like, 2 qualies by each other? Like, Wimbledon... Quarterfinals onwards, Wimbledon's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to watch if nobody wins. If all the seeds go out. Next need Fritz to win. Get Fritz to win and get things back on track. And Zverev. Get them back. Get the seeds back on track. Can't believe Pegula's out. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. She lost in like less than an hour too, which was even more surprising. The way she lost was probably just as shocking as the loss. Had she lost in a 3-hour 3-setter, you go, okay. But having lost in an hour, you're like, what the hell are you doing? What's going on? Zverev's match starting is after Eala and Krejcikova. Swiatek doesn't like to play when it's hot and humid. Well, she's going to have to do that today. So we'll see. But we got Sinner versus Nardi. By the way, the amount of people that were shocked that I picked Sinner over Alcaraz. I feel like, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that now Alcaraz fans are here because it's a Sinner stream, and I'm talking to the choir, but Sinner and Alcaraz are not that far apart in abilities, right? Picking one over the other is like a 51-49, I think. Like it's not like a 70-30 in favor of Alcaraz. I feel like it is almost a 50-50. Maybe a 55-45 Alcaraz favor. But I tell you, some of you, when I don't say Alcaraz, Jesus. People come kicking my door down. Like, what the hell? Like I insulted them. It's like, what is going on? What is going on? That's all right. Hopefully after yesterday, everyone's calmed down. I didn't say Sinner's beating Alcaraz. I just said Sinner will do better than Alcaraz. But then again, I said Pegula was going to make the semis, so maybe Alcaraz fans should be happy that I didn't say anything about him. Sinner easily could have beaten Alcaraz in 3 out of the last 6 times. I mean, yeah, the matches have been this close. Just Sinner's been on the wrong side of him. Anyways, I don't think Sinner's going to have a problem with Nardi. If Sinner has a problem with Nardi, then Wimbledon has a problem with 2025. Because Sinner should not, maybe lose a set because he's still trying to get his grass feet, but he should not lose this match and he should not go to 5. This would be shocking. I know Nardi beat Djokovic one time on a slow hard court, and apparently Sinner's not very good on grass. But yeah, I think Sinner should Sinner should use this opportunity to clean up while everybody else is falling down. He should this is a great opportunity for him to just go stamp his authority on this. Yeah, Gauff could definitely lose today. Gauff's got a terrible first round. But Gauff and Sinner are not they're different people. We're talking about Sinner. Sinner shouldn't lose. If Sinner loses or even comes close to losing today, then Wimbledon is a free-for-all. Shock Pegula's out? Yeah, I know. She was the most... It would be like... I mean, it's kind of... It's more shocking than if Fritz loses because Fritz is losing to somebody with a big serve we all know could play on grass. Cocciaretto on grass, I mean, nobody expected that to be a threat, I don't think. We said he's down 5-2 in the first. Yeah, I'm not surprised with that. Musetti hasn't played any grass, and he's also probably still sore from the other tournament. So I didn't expect much from him. Plus, Basilashvili is coming back through the quali, so you know he's got some. He's got better form, you know, by just playing the qualies. Watch Krejcikova win it again? Nah, I don't think she'll win it again. Today's gonna be interesting though. Eala and Krejcikova is a 50-50 apparently. Which I understand, I guess, in the betting, but and I think that's probably accurate. I mean, Krejcikova shouldn't be the favorite. Neither should Eala. They shouldn't. I don't think there should be a favorite in that one. It's hard to judge what Krejcikova can do, and Eala has been amazing on grass. So, but it's also centre court first match of your Wimbledon career, so it's really going to be interesting. But that starts in 30 minutes. We've got a long time till that starts. First, we've got Jannik Sinner. My pick to win the tournament. He's wearing classic Wimbledon whites with a collar. By the way, I love the Adidas shirt. On the shirt is I love it. I don't know. You can take the shorts, but I love the shirt. The shirt is nice with that green. I love it. That green logo, love it. Cinema match for centre court on the second day. Oh yeah. Krejcikova Eala is, at the end of the day, that could be one of those, like, moments of the day, you know, kind of things. Where you see Eala falling down at the end of the match because she wins a classic and she's in tears and the whole crowd's on their feet. Like, it just feels like that could be one of those movie moments. She beats the defending champion, you know, all that stuff. It has an opportunity to be that, you know, that match. Musetti's a horror for bettors. If you're betting on Musetti at Wimbledon, that's your fault. Musetti you shouldn't be going near Musetti right now when he's got an injury and hasn't played any grass. That's crazy. I sent you something for a Eala match. What's that? Is it important? Oh, Eala's wearing a headband. Okay. I think I saw that yesterday. She's wearing like the national flag of the Philippines or something. Why did Pegula lose this morning? Apparently she just didn't look good today. It's not that hot, is it? It's apparently really hot. What section of the draw is Eala and Krejcikova? The bottom section. I think they're in the Pegula section, actually. In the Pegula quarter. So that's opened up. What does that look like now? Who's going to take Pegula's spot then? Andreeva? Andreeva, Navarro, Yeah, so... Oh, no, sorry. Krejcikova and... they're in the Navarro section with Andreeva. Mukova, Alexandrova, Linette are the big guns in that section. Mukova's been injured. Alexandrova should make the quarterfinals based on her grass court abilities. And with Pegula out the way, Alexandrova should be Bencic is there too, but Bencic hasn't been great lately. But Alexandrova probably makes it through unless Mukova comes good. And it should be an Alexandrova Andreeva or Alexandrova Navarro. I don't know. That whole quarter now with Pegula gone is anybody's. Anybody can take that semi-final spot. Is a curfew all through the tournament? Yes. Bublik's a dark horse. Is he though? I feel like Munar already breaks Bublik. Did we not say that match was going to be... Bublik was going to maybe struggle in that match? Also, Zhang's about to start. She was supposed to play yesterday. I'll tell you what, Fritz, Zverev, and Zhang all have to play tomorrow if they win today. Which is the only downside of not having a 3-day first round. But also, yeah. We said he lost the first 6-2. Munar should not be underestimated. Yeah, for sure. Munar is, he's legit. That guy is scary. Kostruk toe-to-toe with her opponent. Kostruk on grass, though, I don't think is a thing. I don't think Kostruk on grass is a thing, so maybe not. We shouldn't be too shocked. By the way, Mikkelsen's down 2-1, which is a little surprising. Demonor's up 2-love, which is great. That's about it. Chapo just started. And Sinner's going to serve first in this one. Yeah, Musetti's down. Again, no surprise. I should have bet on that. I don't know. Was Musetti the favourite? I don't even know. I would have been shocked if he was a favourite. After not playing and coming in with zero matches between... He even put out an exhibition tournament, you know? So, kind of just shows how sore he must be feeling. He's probably, and again, he must be just playing Wimbledon because he has to, you know, has to show up. Cam back to Pegula only to see her exit first round. Yeah, see, I find it funny that we're starting like that. Who did you pick? Because now you can change your answers because you probably didn't pick anyone. But yeah, I did pick Pegula. And I stand by my prediction. I picked her. I stand by that. I picked Pegula. She beat Swiatek. She won Bad on Berg. She was in the best player in the top 10 in form. The most informed top 10 player coming in. It just shows how crazy Wimbledon is, though. Wimbledon is the most, probably the hardest Grand Slam to predict on the women's side. Especially because it's so inconsistent. There's no grass court season enough to get any. Like the clay season, you can get a feel of who's playing well and who's not. So it's much easier to pick Roland Garros. But yeah, Wimbledon you look at the champions over the last 10 years and you tell me that you predicted those champions. I mean, maybe you picked Serena 10 years ago. Maybe you picked Barty once. But there's no way you pick Raducanu. There's no way you pick Krejcikova. No way you pick Vondrousova. You probably didn't even pick Halep against Serena back in 2019. Kerber in 2018 over Serena. I don't think so. I mean, I'd be shocked if anybody had successfully picked the winners of the Wimbledon on the women's side lately, except for me when I picked her last year halfway through the tournament. I said Krejcikova, but yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Is any consolation? Andy Roddick's bracket is in tatters. No, it's not any consolation. The best players in the world should be playing well. This is shit. This is bullshit. The best players in the world are letting us all down, making us all look bad. I have no idea what you sent me, Dutchie. I don't know what you sent me. What'd you send me? What did you send me? All right, Sinner serving first. You just sent me a screenshot, Dutchy. I don't know what that means. Maybe a withdrawal? Eala would get another opponent. She'd get a lucky loser to play if Krejcikova pulled out. Don't send me heart attack screenshots. I'm going to die today. 15 love, backhand to backhand rally. It's already so stressful. Send me something that has confirmation, if anything, all right? But I appreciate the... Fucking hell. Appreciate that. You give me a heart attack. 30 love. Sinner starting strong. Beautiful backhand winner. No one will match Federer's record on grass. Yeah, probably not. I picked Medi and Pegula to make the semis and first round losses. Yeah, I know, Morvan. It's brutal. Wimbledon's brutal. Wimbledon is brutal. And Pegula had a decent draw. You know, that's the scary part. Is like the other players that you could have picked. The reason we stayed away is because they had a worse draw. Nobody has an easy draw. The whole draw sucks. All right, 40 love. Sinner's cruising. Watson broken? Oh, Heather Watson. Okay. Chat's throwing... I'm looking at chat and there's like 5 different people telling me scores from 5 other matches and it's... I appreciate the updates. But I don't know what is going on. And Bocco got a lucky loser because of Potapova withdrawal. Okay. So that's... Okay. Anyways, so... now, Sinner's playing on court 1. Yeah, see, the number 2 court is the graveyard. Swiatek's playing on that today. All right, so what's going on? What are we doing? We're starting off with this. What's happening? So what do I have to do? No, it seems like everything's going ahead as scheduled. Anyway, Sinner holds 1 love. Doesn't seem like there's any issues. Munar breaks again. Yep. Court 3 was the graveyard. Location old court 2. Well, I guess the court 2 is the name of the court is the curse, not the location anymore. Court number 2 doesn't matter if it's been moved. It's still the number 2 court is the boogie court, the bad court. That's the court you don't want to be on. All right, Sinner holds to start this match. It's 92 degrees outside, so expect trouble from stands. Yeah, hopefully everyone who's going is hydrated. Demon has hit some exquisite volleys. Nice. All right. 1 love Sinner. As Nardi serves a fault second serve. God, Chad, you know what I want today? I want Sinner to just rip through this match. That's what I want. I want to see Sinner just put a beating on his opponent just to kind of settle the ship because there's been too much chaos. Players losing. We need one of these players who we all think are going to do something. We need them to stand up and just assert some dominance. And he's the world number 1. So let's, after the Alcaraz wobbles and all the upsets we've had in the last 24 hours, we need Sinner to just go, all right. I mean, Sabalenka put her foot down, but that was before everyone started falling over. So since Sabalenka won, everyone's been losing their minds. It's been madness. All right, 7-4 of Sinner. He shanks it long. We just need Jannik Sinner to come out here and show how you win a first round. Your projections of matches discredits unseeded players. I told you, don't discredit unseeded players. There are plenty of surprising Grand Slams. Bro, if you look at my prediction video and you take that video seriously, then you don't understand what it is all about. Like, chat, I know most of you understand. Like, one in the chat if you understand. But, like, if you look at my prediction video and you think I should take this guy seriously after the first 30 seconds of it, then you don't get the video. You don't understand why I put that video on. 30-15. Those video, if they were professional predictions, you'd think I would maybe wear a suit or something, you know? 30-15. But I appreciate it. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. I appreciate that. All right, first serve's a fault by Nardi. 30-15, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Forehand now from Nardi into the forehand of Sinner. Is Nardi with a forehand again to the forehand of Sinner. Into the forehand of Nardi as he hits the tape and he goes in. 40-15. All right, 40-15. We're start up the Eala match in a second as well, because Krejcikova and Eala are about to head out on court shortly. All right, 40-15. That's a fault from Nardi. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Sinner. Great return. Nardi puts in the net. And it's 40-30. 40-30. Fognini was cooking. Great match. Yeah, great. I love that for Fognini. I know a lot of people are focusing on it like Alcaraz's like bad tennis, but I mean, you got to credit the veteran. Give him some credit. He deserved it. He deserved to have that for his last Wimbledon. Backhand now to the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Nardi on the stretch. Goes long and Sinner gets the deuce. Mark my words, Sinner is losing one of the first 2 or 3 rounds. Don't do that. One I won't remember. Right? There's a lot of people that say crazy shit and I don't have time to write all of it down. So just keep that to yourself. All right? You can do a dance if it happens, but I won't remember. And you won't remember when he makes the 4th round, so don't make those claims. It's a waste of time. Backhand goes into the backhand of Sinner, into the forehand of Nardi. Sinner with the forehand into the forehand of Nardi, and Nardi hits it long, advantage Sinner. Yeah. You're going to come back in the 4th round, and you're going to pretend like you never said anything. But now I will remember. Everybody remember what Danielle said. And when Sinner makes the final, remember what Danielle said. Now we will remember. And if he does lose in the 2nd or 3rd round, let's ignore Danielle. We'll all ignore what she said. I'm just kidding. Advantage Sinner. Serve out wide at the back of the Sinner. Return goes in the forehand of Nardi. Sinner with a forehand on the stretch. He shanks it long. Deuce. All right. We get the deuce. Nardi survives. We get the deuce. I'm Italian and rooting for Sinner. Well, why are you saying that he's going to lose early? What? What the hell? Anyways, return goes the backhand of Nardi. Forehand from Sinner. Into the forehand of Nardi. Nardi in the net. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. As Nardi serves again. To the forehand of Sinner. Return the back of Nardi. As Sinner forehand. Into the net. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. 6-minute game already. We get back to deuce. Morning here started with an upset. Pegula gone. Yeah, I know, right? Wild times. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. Yeah, it's a hot day today. I don't know who it's going to trouble more. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Djokovic doesn't like playing in the heat, so we'll see. We'll see how he looks later. But yeah, I wonder who's gonna struggle the most today physically. Kostruk's gone as well. Yeah, that's not a surprise though. I mean, that's not shocking. I don't think she won a grass match, did she? When she lost first round of the French, that was shocking. All right, advantage Nardi. As he serves out wide the back of the Sinner, return goes to forehand Nardi. Nardi hits a winner, 1-1. Good solid hold in the end. All right, 1-1. Let's see what happens next. We got Eala taking on Krejcikova. Very interesting match. Among a lot of there's a lot of matches today that are coming up. A lot of matches. All right, welcome everybody. Doubleheader, center court, court one. We got Eala taking on Krejcikova, which is, I mean, it's a crazy matchup considering where both players are at the moment. You know, in terms of form, in terms of 2025 matchup. We've also got Jannik Sinner playing, trying to avoid the fate of pretty much everybody else who's had to play in as a seed, which is losing or getting in trouble, like Alcaraz or guys like Fritz and Zverev who are playing today. But yeah, plenty of other matches going on as well, so we'll stay tuned. It should be about 10 minutes away before Krejcikova and Eala hit the court. Okay. Love 15, Nardi. He just saved a bunch of break points. Mboko is enter someone pull. Yeah, Potapova pulled out and Mboko entered the draw. All right, Sinner to serve. Love 15. Serving to the backhand of Nardi. He hits it out. It's 15-all. Watson's out. Okay. Okay, let me go through this real quick so we can just tick off all the boxes. Paul 1, Sonigo 1, Marijan 1. And then we had Jovic lost, Pegula lost, Alexandra 1, Kazatkina 1. So that's everything that's sort of going on so far. Mikkelsen, Kecmanovic are in a fifth. Kostruk went down to a quali. Bagu beat a quali. Volley-Nets and Maria into a third. Towson beat Watson. And other matches are still going. So there's your rundown. 30-15. Sinner to serve. 30-15. Second serve. As he must have served a let. Second serve now. Second serve. Into the backhand of Nardi. Backhand up from Sinner. Into the backhand of Nardi. As Sinner comes in with a volley. Puts it away. 40-15. 40-15. 40-15. Sinner to stay in front. GMP 33 aces so far, yeah. All right, and the ladies are coming out soon, so if you are hanging out for Krejcikova versus Eala, that will be happening in about 7 or 8 minutes. Pegula, pardon me, lost, yes. Pegula did lose. Will you cover Gauff Shramska? I don't know. I'm not sure. Today's such a tricky day because of all the matches from yesterday. I want to finish that Fritz match because it was getting exciting until they shut it down. But then we've also got Djokovic. We've got Swiatek, which I don't know if we can watch Swiatek. It depends on what happens with these other matches, which is a shame because I really want to watch Swiatek. Now that Pegula's gone, I think makes it interesting for her. But then, we've got Draper. We got Gauff coming up later as well. So I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. It's like yesterday, right? Yesterday we didn't know what we're watching until we got to the final hours, and then we'll just add matches on as we go. Because otherwise, I don't want to say, yeah, we're going to watch this, and then something comes up or something. We have a 5-set Alcaraz match again, and we can't watch things, right? So we're just going to wait and see with a couple of stuff. Yeah, we're going to watch Djokovic. I can we'll 100% watch him. But yeah, I'm not sure what we watch after that. We'll see what's on because there's a lot of matches on, obviously, first rounds. A lot of matches to watch. By the way, that center court is screwed today because you got Zverev at 1 set all. You've got Djokovic who doesn't play quick. You've got Krejcikova Eala, which could go for 3 sets, and then Gauff Yastrzemski at the end of the day could be a long one too. So I don't know if Gauff's going to get finished today. I don't know if Gauff's match is going to be complete today. You know, Bublik looking shaky already. I know, right? All right, 15 love. Again, thanks for joining. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to like the video. Eala taking on Krejcikova coming up in about 5 minutes. You're doing a good job. You know what? I'm just doing my best. I think that's it. Good or bad, we're just doing our best, aren't we? 30 love as that goes to the net from Sinner. 30 love. Yeah, Kecmanovic and Mickelson have gone 5. Yeah, that's hectic. All right, 30 love. I'll tell you this, Chad. I think tomorrow we might have a bit of a boring day. After the first 2 days, if it keeps going this way, today's going to be crazy. And then tomorrow might be a bit boring in comparison because it's very, very eventful. Yesterday was one of the craziest first days of a Grand Slam ever. It was crazy. And today has started off pretty hectic, and we haven't even got to the good part yet. All right, 30-15. Nardi serves. Into the forehand of Sinner. Goes deep into the forehand of Nardi. Sinner with a forehand. Again to the forehand of Nardi. Into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner in the net. And it's 40-15. Zhang is next to be ousted. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at that. Again, I think Siniakova. I feel like Siniakova shouldn't be underestimated, especially on grass. Now it's 40-15. We've got a backhand slice in the net from Nardi, 40-30. Yeah, Musetti's down a set already. I need Musetti and Basilashvili to go 5 sets though, just to give us time so we can then hopefully watch Swiatek later. That would be really helpful. But yeah, Zhang's down a break already. Bublik's down a break as well, but it's only first set. So there's still time. All right, 40-30. Nardi to level. As Nardi serves. Into the backhand. Nope. To let. Players are fatigued. I mean, it's warm out there for sure. The weather is hot. All right, Nardi holds 2-2. I wonder what Grand Slam had the most upsets. Yeah, I don't know. All right, 2-2 in 20 minutes. This has been a slow match. But Sinner takes his time. He's not going to do anything crazy. He's not going to try and rush through the match. It's very similar to Djokovic, the way that he does that. He just kind of doesn't try and overplay, doesn't try to bash the ball, and he just takes his time, trying to get things done in his pace. He doesn't need to rush. Got plenty of time. 4 now on the stretch from Sinner. Nardi with a volley is too good. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. Good volley there from Nardi. All right, ladies about to come out on court. When's Pirikar game? His game starts after this Sinner match. So, yeah. Good serve out wide from Sinner. As the ball goes up, Sinner had to cover his eyes because it went straight into the sunshine as we're falling out of the forehand of Nardi. Backhand from Sinner is long. Nardi love 30. All right. All right, love 30. Chance for a break points for Nardi. All right. Yep, Pegula lost. Badosa lost. If you're seated, you probably don't want to play Wimbledon right now. All right, serve. The ace from Sinner. 15-30. 15-30. All right, Eala and Krejcikova walking out on court. Oh, here we go, chat. Here we go. The defending champion taking on the Filipino sensation. This is going to be interesting. I think we all agree that Krejcikova has a lot of work to do. All right, 15-30. As the serve goes to the backhand of Nardi, and Nardi hits it out, 30-all. 30-all. I hope Eala wins. Yeah, it's going to be a look. It's a tricky one because I picked her to win. I would love to see her win. She's got a great opportunity to win because Krejcikova is not the same player as she was 12 months ago. Even 6 months ago, Krejcikova at the WTA finals is not in the same, not really in the same in the same league at the moment as she was, but she is still a 2-time Grand Slam champion. And Eala has to play that lady. And if Krejcikova's not hurt, if Krejcikova's not as injured or sore as we saw last week, it could be sketchy. But that's a big if because Krejcikova's played like 6 matches this year. So Eala's got a massive opportunity. I think we all know that. 40-30. Sinner to stay in front. Wasn't Pegula one of the favorites? She was. As we're backhand return now to the backhand of Sinner. Into the backhand of Nardi. And he goes back behind Sinner. That's smart. We get the deuce. We get to deuce. Nice backhand from Nardi. All right, ladies, we're on court. Warming up. All right. We get the deuce. And Sinner serves out wide. Nardi chips it back, but it goes out. Advantage Sinner. Sinner needs a break. Well, he's got to hold first. And then, yeah. All right, advantage Sinner. Served on the tee. Nardi returned the net. Sinner holds. Solid. Okay. Krejcikova Eala warming up. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Krejcikova's played hardly any tennis in 2025, and Eala, one of the most, if not the most active player between Roland Garros and Wimbledon. She played a lot of qualifiers, a lot of challenges on the grass to get prepared. Maybe she knew that she was going to play Krejcikova. Maybe that's why she was playing so much tennis. By the way, there might be a heat wave, but it's overcast, so at least the sun's not out. It's just going to be super humid. But let's see. It'll be interesting to see how Krejcikova does. It'll be very interesting to see how Krejcikova can handle Eala. And also how Krejcikova looks in general, because she hasn't been great in... She hasn't been able to play in the last, like I said, 6 months. She's not been there at all, unfortunately. Krejcikova, the Wimbledon silent killer. Well, that was last year. 2025, she is the defending champion, and big spotlights on her. So it's a much different situation. Why isn't the match long over by now? What are they doing at Wimbledon? Why isn't this match long over by now? They haven't even started yet. No, we're not going to watch Zverev. No, they're just warming up. And then Eala and Krejcikova will get us started on center court. Warm up the serves. They've never played. Sinner wins the first point here. Love 15. How's the crowd? Well, it's the first match of the day, so it's probably going to be... They'll be coming in as they go. Now, it's hard because the Wimbledon crowd... Like, Krejcikova's not a massive, she hasn't played, so she's not got this massive following probably in London. Yeah, she's a defending champion, but, she's not British, or she's not, top 10 at the moment. And Eala is new. Probably a lot of these people are watching Eala for the first time, whereas, we've watched, it's a little different here because we watch tennis all the time, so we kind of get to see everybody all the time. But the crowd there, they're probably going to be like, Eala versus Krejcikova, we'll get there eventually. We want to watch Djokovic, or we want to watch Zverev, or we want to watch Coco Gauff. This match of the 4 matches on center court is the least high profile probably within the UK. Outside of the UK, and obviously in the tennis world, this is a big deal. But on center court, a lot of people are probably like, oh, okay, we'll get there when we get there. Because I think a lot more people are probably going to be coming for the matches that are happening later. But the people that are there are smart enough to know that this is a big clash and this is a big deal. And this will be possible. It could be one of the epics that we watch this week. Anyway, it's 30-15. As the backhand return now the forehand Nardi. Forehand now from Sinner. Into the backhand of Nardi. Volleyed as Sinner comes into the volley. Nardi comes into the net and volleys it in the net. It's 30-all. All right, 30-all. But let's see what Eala can do. Krejcikova, by the way, if you are an Eala fan, you would probably never heard of Krejcikova. And that's okay. Krejcikova is a very all-round player. She can do everything. She can hit volleys, come to the net. She can slice. She can hit great serves. She can hit winners from anywhere. She's a very dangerous player. Krejcikova, the reason why she's got 2 Grand Slams is because she's just so scary. And at any point, she can be scary. Like, she doesn't have to play a lot of tennis to become dangerous. Like this time last year, she had no form. Nobody knew anything. Nobody picked her at all. And then she got to the 4th round and started just taking down the best players on the planet, even though she was not one of them at the time. That's who she is. She's very unpredictable, but also that works on the other side, is that she's very unpredictable. So she could play poorly. She could play bad and struggle, which she did last week against players that you wouldn't expect. So, yeah. Krejcikova is a very scary player when she's on, but that's what we'll find out in the first few games if she's on. Because if she's not on, that's where Eala's going to win. Because if Eala has been, Eala played so well last week in the bad conditions, the wind, if she can play, she doesn't have to play in the wind today. Today there's no wind. So today she should be able to hit in a much cleaner environment, which is good for her. But again, it kind of comes down to what Krejcikova is going to, which Krejcikova shows up, Anyway, Sinner, 3-0. He's going to serve. But yeah, Krejcikova is very, very dangerous when she's playing well. There's a forehand from Sinner into the forehand of Nardi, and Sinner volleys it away, and it's too good. All right, here we go. Eala to serve first. I've got Eala in 3. Let's see how Krejcikova looks. Defending champion versus the new kid on the block. And she is going to be nervous, Eala, because it's her first match at Wimbledon, and she's playing the defending champion on center court. I mean, that's welcome to Wimbledon. It's her first Wimbledon main draw. She played the qualies, I think, last year, but main draw. She hits the ball out. It's love 15. As Eala serves again. A fault, second serve. And the thing with Krejcikova is she doesn't hit the ball as hard on the returns, but she has pinpoint accuracy, which is her returns are dangerous in a different way to someone like an Ostapenko. As Eala hits a lovely winner down the line, 15-0. All right, 30 love Sinner. Fritz is coming on after Sinner's match. All right, 30 love. Musetti and Basilashvili are playing as well. We'll keep an eye on that result. Sinner with an ace, 40 love. As Eala serves into the forehand of Krejcikova, return the nets, 30-15. 30-15. 40 love for Sinner. Vondi lost first year as defending champion, yeah, but Vondi last year was she came in with a bad injury that she got a couple of weeks earlier. That forced her to end up ending her season, which is why she drops down the ranking so low. As Krejcikova chips it back, but it's wide, and Eala gets a 40-15. There's going to be nerves for Krejcikova as well, because, like I said, she's played 6 matches this year. She is the defending champion. There is an expectation, and she's playing someone that is very dangerous, that has beaten multiple Grand Slam champions, right? So Krejcikova's got to be nervous as well. Not knowing what to expect from Eala, not knowing what to expect from herself, right? 40-15. Sinner holds, by the way, 4-3. Serve to the backhand of Krejcikova. Backhand from Eala goes wide, and it's 40-30. 40-30. Maya Joint's going to play as well. Yeah, she's playing right now against Samsonova, which is a terrible matchup. The Aussies have been, I mean, we've been decimated this week. But Joint's playing later, I think. Samsonova is no joke. As Eala serves a fault, second serve. By the way, Musetti serving for the second against Basilashvili. Second serve, Eala. Into the backhand of Krejcikova. Backhand of Eala to the forehand of Krejcikova. As Eala backhand again. Into the forehand of Krejcikova. Eala backhand down the line is too good. And Krejcikova watches it go past. 1 love Eala. Solid first game. 6 Aussies playing at the same time earlier. Yeah, that's crazy. Aussies got tough matchups. I know. We got even de Minaur. I mean, de Minaur, his draw is tough. So even if he does get to the third round, it's like, oh, God. Like, he's our best hope, but he might not. He's got to play Djokovic early. I mean, yeah, Australia got screwed this Wimbledon. All right. First game goes to Eala. And Nardi's trying to level in this first set. He's held his own, though, Nardi. By the way, chat, yesterday, Pirikar, Pechi Pirikar, I rewatched it. The third point of the match, he hit the biggest serve of all time at a Grand Slam. The third point. But Fritz won the point. So it's like Kobe scoring 81, but then, the team loses. It's like, well, if you hit the biggest serve in the world, but then the biggest serve of all time at a Grand Slam, but then you lose the point, does it count? 15-0. I mean, Fritz should get the credit for that, right? He returned the biggest serve of all time at a Wimbledon, and he won the point. I mean, that should be noted. It should be an asterisk. Biggest serve, but he lost the point. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. By the way, he served the second and third and fourth biggest serves after that anyway. So he was serving 150s multiple times. They'll be coming on soon, by the way. All right, double fault from Nardi, 15-30, and Krejcikova 30 love. The Fritz match is still going. It finishes today. They've got to play one set today. All right, 30 love Krejcikova. Backhand return from Sinner goes in the forehand of Nardi. Sinner to the forehand of Nardi. Nardi just goes down the line. Great shot. 30-all as Krejcikova with a good serve. 40 love. I feel like the curfew is going to be in effect tonight as well. That Zverev match, I do not hold hope for that match to be quick. Zverev's matches never go quick. And they've got 2 to 3 sets left. I would be shocked if that match gets done within an hour. 30 love. 30-all as Nardi tries to level, but he double faults. No, he served a first serve fault. 40 love for Krejcikova. All right. Sorry, make that 40-15. As Nardi serves. There's a double fault. 30-40, Sinner with a break point. Musetti won the second. Nice. All right, Krejcikova 40-15. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Can we get to 500 likes on both streams by the end of the first sets? That would be crazy. Backhand from Krejcikova to the forehand of Eala. Eala hits it long. And it's 1-1. Now, chat, this is something also we need to kind of mention. Most of last week, probably up until maybe the final 2 matches, Eala was the underdog. And probably when she played Gracheva and Joint, she was the favorite. Maybe not against Joint. Maybe she was the... no, Joint would have been the favorite. Maybe she was the underdog there. But today, she was a slight favorite. And there's a massive expectation, I think, that this could be a win for her. Is that going to play on her mind? Is she gonna? Do we have to worry about that from a mental point of view? That she's kind of... A lot of people are expecting her to beat Krejcikova. Like, this is... If she was playing somebody in the top 10 that was in good... If she was playing somebody else, you'd go, But Krejcikova's... Right now, it's a good opportunity to play Krejcikova. Nardi gets broken with a fault. Couple of double faults. Oh, no, he didn't. Sorry, I lied. It's advantage Sinner. Whoops. Hey, quiet down. Advantage Sinner. Not yet. I thought it was 30-40. I looked away for 2 seconds. They played 3 points. Now it's advantage Sinner. Now he's going to be at the break. Watch. 15 love here. Crowd's gone wild for no reason. Oh, ace down the tee. I lied. Whoops. Chat, you think I know what I'm doing at this point. All right, deuce. Eala serves again. Into the backhand of Krejcikova. Return goes in the backhand of Eala. Krejcikova slice. That's the change up for her as we get a 4 down the stretch from Krejcikova, but it's in the net. Nice hitting from Eala. 30 love. Nardi trying to avoid a break that I've already awarded to Sinner because I missed a point. 4 goes down the line of the backhand of Sinner. Backhand now from Nardi. Again to the backhand of Sinner. Nardi backhand. Again the backhand of Sinner. Over hits it. All right. Sinner losing on his patience a little bit there. All right. Advantage Nardi. Serve out wide from Eala as a fault. Second serve. Krejcikova stepping in. She double faults Eala. And it's 30-15. Sinner returns the forehand of Nardi. Sinner on the stretch. In the net. Nardi holds. 4-4. Nice hold from Nardi. Saves a couple of break points. All right. 4-4. 38 minutes played, by the way. All right, 4-4. As Krejcikova makes another error. 40-15, Eala. To take the lead again. The sun's come out, by the way, on this hot day in the UK. All right, 40-15. There's a bit of fault from Eala. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Krejcikova. Back and Eala goes long. 40-30. Now Krejcikova, I think, had a back issue. Was that somebody... Can someone confirm? Cam, your eye bags are showing from lack of sleep. Thanks for covering all the matches. $40-30. Was it a thigh issue? Was it? Okay. I thought she had a back issue. Who am I thinking of? Backhand. I'm thinking of Badosa. Backhand goes into the forehand of Eala. And Eala hits a wide. We get the deuce. I wish I worked at your job and I just rocked up to your work and go, hey, you look real ugly today. Have a good day. Oh, you look really tired. You look haggard. I see those eye bags. Lucky I'm not self-conscious. Deuce. As that return goes in the net from Krejcikova, 50 advantage Eala. Sinner 40 love, by the way. Now, as the return goes to backhand of Sinner, Nardi with a slice in the net and Sinner 5-4. Co-workers do that to me all the time. Well, that sucks. Or it's great. I don't know. All right, serve to the forehand of Krejcikova. Return goes into the backhand of Eala. Krejcikova forehand. Into the backhand of Eala. Krejcikova forehand again. To the backhand of Eala is Krejcikova. Hits a forehand winner. I tell you, Krejcikova's... I mean, her forehand is just... her game. It's just such a effortless, smooth game when it's on. Like, that forehand is such a big wind-up. And it doesn't look like she's hitting the ball hard at all. But it's so... When it works, it's just so effortless. It's kind of like Mukova. Mukova has a similar style, right? Garcia had the same style, you know, before she retired. That's sort of just effortless. Effortlessness, you know? Anyways, back to deuce. Messi or Ronaldo? Bro, you're in the wrong conversation. This is tennis. As the return goes in the forehand of Eala. Forehand from Krejcikova is a cross-court winner. That forehand's working. Advantage Krejcikova. Advantage Krejcikova. Eala to serve. Yeah, Krejcikova's got a lot of slice backhand super. The good thing is with Eala, she's played players that have done that. As Eala hits the forehand of the slice of Krejcikova, there's that slice. Backhand down the line. Krejcikova with a pass. Eala with a half volley pickup. And Krejcikova puts up a lob. And it goes in. Remember, Krejcikova was the #1 doubles player. It has multiple slams in doubles as well. So coming to the net is going to be risky because Krejcikova knows how to pass and lob. And she breaks 2-1 in the first set. Krejcikova is an all-round player. She's got every shot. It's just that she's probably a bit rusty because she hasn't played much tennis. All right, love 15 here, Sinner. As Nardi serves a fault, second serve. When are they resuming yesterday's games? It's coming up after these two matches. They're coming up. All right, Sinner returns it back into Nardi, into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner in the net, 15 all. Sinner, by the way, making some silly errors. 15 all. All right, 15 all. Krejcikova looks strong today. Yeah. She looks... I mean, if she starts to get that forehand working, it's going to be scary. All right, 15 all. Serve is a let by Nardi. That's with a serve again. Down the tee to the backhand of Sinner. Nardi with a drop shot in the net. 15-30. Here's a chance for Sinner to take this first set. $15-30. All right, Krejcikova with the break, 2-1. But remember, Eala in Miami got broken a lot, but she broke back a lot. Getting broken for Eala is not the worst thing. I'm sure she'll get chances to come back as Sinner hits a lovely forehand winner down the line. 15-40, Sinner with 2 set points. As Eala backhand on the stretch goes into the forehand of Krejcikova. Eala backhand again. Cross-court winner from Eala. All right, love 15. Love 15. And Sinner's got 2 set points. I tell you, chat, he's starting to look scary, Sinner. That was a scary stare. As the return goes short, drop shot is too good by Nardi. It's 30-40, one saved. $30-40. Also, Krejcikova backhand into the forehand of Eala, who hits a drop shot. Okay. Krejcikova gets there, but it's in the net. Love 30. All right. Good change up by Eala. Love 30. All right. Set point number 2 for Sinner as Nardi serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve is a let. Would Swiatek prefer to play Towson or Raducanu? Towson. All right, 30-40. The backhand return now from Sinner into the forehand of Nardi. Into the backhand of Sinner. Nardi backhand on the stretch. Goes into the forehand of Sinner as Nardi goes again to the forehand of Sinner. Into the forehand of Nardi on the stretch. Sinner goes down the line for a winner. There it is. Sinner 6-4. Woo. Okay. Okay. Wasn't easy, but Sinner doesn't... I mean, he does sometimes come out here and wreck players, but then sometimes he just does the routine thing where he just gets a break and wins. Like, he just goes break, and then 3 sets over. And maybe because he's playing against an Italian, he's probably like, yeah, I don't want to beat you 6-0. Or don't want to do that. Not to my friend. Anyways, 15-30. Krejcikova in trouble. Eala trying to break back. He's got a forehand from Krejcikova. That's a shank. And it's 15-40. Eala to get the break straight back. All right. Sinner, by the way, 11 winners, 9 errors, so not the cleanest match for him in the first set. Didn't face a break point, though, and served 5 aces, so his serve is working. Nardi, 8 winners, 13 errors, and only got broken once, but had to face a lot of break points. 6 break points in total. All right, return goes short into the forehand of Krejcikova. She hits it straight to Eala. As Krejcikova forehand again, Eala's in the rally. Krejcikova with a forehand again inside out. Eala on the stretch. Goes wide, and it's 30-40. Krejcikova saves 1. $30-40. To get back on serve, Eala. As Krejcikova serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Is a double fault, I think. Yeah. All right, double fault. Krejcikova gives the break straight back. Yeah, unfortunately, the Swiatek match is clashing with these 2 matches. So I'll tell you this: if you want to, I want to watch Swiatek as well. Trust me. But we need Musetti match to go 5 sets, so then we can watch her. Because unfortunately, because of yesterday and also because of these 2 matches being first on center court, we've got to. I can't watch 3 matches at once. I can't do it. It's because then if I mean, what do you want me to put a Swiatek scoreboard on the screen and we don't watch it? Like, I don't want to do 3 matches at once. 3 matches at once, it's not good. So hopefully either Sinner wins easy, like Sinner wins quickly, or Krejcikova Eala finishes quickly, or we can the Pegula match was supposed to be longer than an hour. That's why the scheduling conflict has happened. By the way, chat, we watched 7 matches yesterday, and we're probably going to watch 8 today, so I'm doing my best. 15-all. Tell Wimbledon not to put all the matches on at the same time. As that goes out by Eala, 15-all. But once we get through these matches here, we'll be able to figure out the schedule better. All right, 15-0 is Sinner 30-15, first game of the second. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate it. Cam, are those glasses prescription, or are you just attempting to look smart for the ladies? What? 30-15. You obviously weren't here at the start of the stream when I said lock in. Nardi in the net, 40-15. As Djokovic a forehand wide. It's 30-15 Eala. $40-15. Sinner to take the lead in the second. By the way, joint just started as well. Sinner holds 1-love. As Eala gets a 40-15. Also, Zhang is hanging on to the first set. Mukov is about to start. Kecmanovic and Mikkelsen are going the distance. Bublik is up a break in the second. All right. Milena. Thank you for the $10.
For another long shift. Thanks. Greetings from Prague.
No worries. Thank you. Eala holds 3-2. No worries. Thank you for the 10, and thank you, Pia, for the $2 as well.
Thanks again for covering Alex. Rooting for Alex.
No worries. Thank you for the donation. Okay. 3-2. Eala gets back in front. All courts should start at 11 a.m., especially if there's 11 p.m. curfew. I agree. After, I mean, look. I mean, yesterday kind of highlighted the obvious, but if there's two solutions, right? One, start earlier, or two, get rid of the curfew. There's no way you're getting rid of the curfew. As somebody who worked in an industry, when you had to deal with the council regulations, they do not budge. The council will not budge. The curfew will stay, and it has to go through so much red tape, so many people. I mean, it will never, ever get taken away. The curfew is never going to get taken away. By the way, the reason why they can't break the curfew is because they get fined massive amounts of money. I don't know how much it is, but if they break that curfew, so if they go 1 minute over 11 o'clock, they will get penalized with fines. So Wimbledon don't need that smoke, right? Not to mention you're going to piss off the neighborhood, and then, and by the way, chat, you got to remember as well, I know we're getting a little political here, but you got to also remember that Wimbledon are trying very hard to extend the tournament into the old golf course. And already, the local residents don't want that. They're pissed off enough as it is. They don't want the new extension. So Wimbledon are trying to play nice already to try and get that approved, which has been denied, I think, already, but they're trying to get it redone. So they're already in the bad books of the locals. They don't want to piss them off by going 5 minutes over the curfew, or even going near the curfew, right? I mean, they're already not having a good time. So you got to think there's bigger things at play here. They're trying to get an extended renovations for the tournament and bigger grounds, which they're struggling to get. So they can't break the curfew, and they can't try and they're not going to push the rules because they're trying to get something approved. And if you start breaking the rules, then that's never going to get approved, and then they're never going to extend the tournament and blah 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 blah. So there's a couple of things at play. Now, the first option I mentioned is start earlier. There's nothing wrong with starting earlier. The tournament can start earlier. As Sinner gets the break, 2-love. You can't move the curfew, you can't break the curfew, but you can start earlier. Obviously not 6 a.m., but you can start at 11 a.m. So Wimbledon, and I don't know if like it's because of tradition or if they've got like any broadcast obligations, if there's something that's why they don't start earlier, but they can't move the curfew, but they can start earlier. Or they, at least, starting earlier is an easier option, it seems. It might be easier. It'll definitely be easier than moving a curfew that is never going to move. All right, Krejcikova double faults, by the way. Eala trying to get this break here, 30-0. Sinner up a set and a break already. As a return goes in the net by Eala, 40-30. So yeah, so just a couple of things to keep in mind, you know. The curfew isn't just like a self-imposed, Wimbledon rule. It's not a tradition. It's a lot bigger than that. As a return goes in the forehand of Krejcikova, and that goes out by Krejcikova, and we get to deuce. Krejcikova's making some errors here. Candy.
I was kidding about your Ibex cam. Buying you coffee as peace offering.
Fine,
Thanks again for covering Alex's matches, big or small.
Thank you, Candy, for the 5. You don't need to donate. It's fine. I was just joking. 40 love Sinner, by the way, but thank you for the 5, and I will buy a coffee at the end of this tournament, and I appreciate that. You don't need a peace offering, though. It's fine. 40 love. Sinner to go to 3 love, and Krejcikova trying to level this first set. As Krejcikova serves. Into the back of Eala. 4 now from Krejcikova. Into the front of Eala. Great inside-out winner from Eala. And it's break point for Eala. By the way, is that Kate Blanchett in the house? Nice. She's in movies. Great shot from Eala. Sinner gets the 3 love. Advantage Eala to break. Krejcikova was up 2-1 with the break as Krejcikova forehand into the back of Eala. And Eala hits a winner. No nerves now. Eala is ready. 4-2. Eala is set to play. All right. 4-2 up with the break. The nerves have definitely steadied. All right. Sinner with the break. 3 love in the second. By the way, Darren Cahill is roasting in that sunshine. That is a hot day out there, and he is getting roasted. It is too hot for being outside. Anyways, 4-2. Eala with the break. Solid start. Now, as that goes out by Eala, and it's love 15. Love 15. Nardi better make peace offering here, or he's going to get boat raced. I don't know what any of that meant. I'm sure it was totally legitimate. All right, return goes in the forehand of Sinner. 4 now from Nardi. Into the slice of Sinner. As Nardi goes down the line for a winner. Clean hitting from Nardi, who, by the way, is not wearing a hat. On this hot day, it's crazy. That is crazy. Ugh. It's 33 degrees in London right now. I'm indoors, and I still wish I was a lizard. I guess that made sense, I guess. That's confusing. 4-4 rally. As Sinner gets the point, 15-0. I think I'm an idiot, so that confused me. As Eala backhand into the front of Krejcikova. Eala backhand again to the front of Krejcikova. To the backhand of Eala. And Eala hits another winner. Krejcikova's just playing a little too safe. 30-15. Holy shit, there was a guy wearing like a full suit. That guy's got to be sweating bullets. All right, beautiful shot from Eala. Yeah, Krejcikova's playing safe. She is not trying to go for winners. She's just waiting for Eala to make an error, which is a silly idea. Sinner gets a slice. And then a lovely backhand down the line from Nardi, 30-15. As Eala serves the fault second serve. Eala's parents in the house. Her mum either has a really big earring or an earpiece. I don't know what that is. It looked like an earring, or it was maybe headphones. As Eala puts it in the net, and it's 30-all. Really hope Nole wins 25 here at Wimbledon. Yeah. I mean, he said his best chance is probably at Wimbledon. As Nardi puts away the volley, 40-15. Serve to the backhand of Krejcikova. Eala forehand to the forehand of Krejcikova, who hits an inside-out winner. 30-40. Krejcikova with the winner. Now, if the heat... I'm pretty sure the heat rule is in place. If it gets to a third set for the ladies, they will have a 10-minute break between the second and third sets if both players want one, or if one of the players want one. In the men's matches, it's after the third set. So if we do get a fourth set in the men's match, they have an option to have the 10-minute break as the heat rule. Again, I'm not sure if it's in effect. I wish they kind of just showed it, like heat rule in effect, on the screen somewhere, but they don't. They just kind of... It just depends. Because yesterday, again, the heat rule was in effect, but not everyone took the heat rule. As Krejcikova hits it out, and it's deuce. Now we get to deuce. Now it's Krejcikova looking at a second serve from Eala. Serving the forehand, Krejcikova. Return goes back into Eala. Krejcikova forehand down the line. Eala on the stretch. Into the back of Krejcikova. As Eala forehand down the line. Krejcikova in trouble with a slice. Goes long and Eala gets to advantage. By the way, the winner of the Krejcikova-Eala match, for those wanting to know, will play either Rus or Dollarhide. So if it is Eala who gets the win, you got to like her chances of making to the third round. Can there be a joint Eala rematch at Wimbledon? I don't think it can be until like the semi-finals. Because they're both in different quarters of the draw. Joint has to get through Gauff and Raducanu and Swiatek possibly to get to the semi-finals. And Eala has to get through Navarro and Andreeva to get to the semis possibly too. So it can only be a semi-final rematch, which would be kind of incredible if it happened. But I'm not going to be, especially not with Joint, because Joint's got a tough match today. I don't think Joint's going to get through today, to be honest. I'm a little worried. She's already done a break. 5-2 Eala. Plus, like all those players I mentioned, right? You got Gauff, you got Raducanu, you got Swiatek, you've got Andreeva, Navarro. I mean, they're all killers. All right. 30-15. Sinner with the break in the second. He's up a set as well. By the way, Bublik's at 1-set-all against Munar. And Musetti Basilashvili are 3-all in the third at 1-set-all. And there's a tie-break final set between Mickelson and Kecmanovic. Would really like to see Eala versus Navarro. That would be a great matchup. That would be a really fun matchup. All right. 30-15. Serve to the backhand of Nardi. Return goes out. 40-15. Sinner to go to 4-1 in the second. Did I enter the Nothing Major Bracket Challenge? No. I don't keep up to date with anything. I'm going to listen to a lot of things after Wimbledon. Like Andy Roddick's interviews with Andre Agassi and Darren Cahill. I haven't heard them. I've just not had the time. Or the mental energy. I watched a podcast today about building cars. Like I'm I'm not there to watch tennis for 12 hours and listen to people talk about tennis for 6 hours and then try and sleep. After Wimbledon, when there's lack of tennis, I'll listen to all those things. Because I've heard it's great. Like, I've heard the Andre Agassi interview is great and I really want to listen to it, but I'm just not I'm too locked into what we're doing right now that I can't focus on anything else. Other than listening to Tim Allen talk about building a car. All right, 40-30. As return goes into the back end of Sinner. No, Nardi hit it long. All right, 4-1. Sinner with a break in the second. Krejcikova serving to stay in the set. I like nothing major podcast hilarious as well, but again, I just don't have the mental strength to listen to the draw and listen to, like, we do that here, you know what I'm saying? I already know who's playing who. I already know the matches and stuff. And I didn't even know they were doing a bracket challenge. I might have joined it otherwise, but as the return goes wide by Eala, 30-15. $30-15. $30-15. As Krejcikova serving to stay in the set. $30-15. Serving to the back of Eala. Return goes to Krejcikova, who hits it long. And Eala's got 30-all. Danger again for Krejcikova. Krejcikova's just making too many forehand errors. It was working when she got the break, which is what's so strange, is that she was hitting nice shots. That's a good forehand winner there from Krejcikova. I'm surprised Krejcikova's not coming to the net more, but maybe she just doesn't have that confidence in doing it yet. You know, maybe she's just not quite ready to come to the net, even though she's very capable. All right, 40-30. By the way, Chad, if you do want to join now, we have a bracket. We might do a bracket challenge thing in the future, more of a serious one, as that goes out by Krejcikova. Join our group. We do have a big group over on in the bracket challenge. So if you want to go check that out, you can. All right, Sinner with a break for 1. And then he hits a lovely slice on the stretch, and it's 15-30 as Krejcikova trying to make Eala serve for the set. Alex is going down, bro. She's winning. She's up 5-2. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, it's 4-1 from Krejcikova as a win up. Advantage Eala. I just joined in and Eala is already way ahead. Is the defending champion still injured? I feel like the explanation is pretty simple at this point, as that goes in the net from Sinner 30. Really, the explanation is one player has played a lot more tennis than another player. That's what we're watching right now. And exactly what we thought when we came in to this match is happening at the moment. Krejcikova's played 6 matches. You know, she's pulled out of last week's tournament maybe because she played a couple of tough matches and she's tired. And she was tired and she wanted to re-energize for this. And Eala's been playing tennis all the time. Since Wimbledon, since the French, she's been playing more grass court tennis than anybody and winning. And that's what we're watching right now. 2 players that are in totally different form lines. And also match fitness as well. I don't think Krejcikova is... she's definitely rusty. And Eala is solid because she's got... and confident, right? So I don't think this is a surprising scoreline considering all those factors, right? As Krejcikova with a forehand cross court. Slice from Eala goes in the net. And it's advantage Krejcikova. I'd be more surprised if Krejcikova was like winning 6-1. But that would be a shock. You know, if Krejcikova was demolishing Eala, that would be a surprise. Considering the form line. All right, advantage Krejcikova. As she tries to keep this set alive. 4-1 from Krejcikova to the backhand of Eala. Eala with the backhand winner. Again, Krejcikova's not running for everything either because, again, she hasn't played enough. So she's not pushing herself to run down every ball. Lovely backhand win from Eala. We get to deuce. As we had a lovely ace there from Nardi, and he survives 4-2. Sinner with a set and a break. Serve out wide the backhand of Eala. 4-0 from Krejcikova down the line's a winner. Advantage Krejcikova. Advantage Krejcikova. Serve again. From Krejcikova. Nope. Change of mind. Krejcikova serves. Into the front of Eala. Good return. Krejcikova slices it down the line. Eala hits a backhand into the backhand of Krejcikova. To the front of Eala is Krejcikova with a forehand cross court. Eala backhand down the line winner. And Krejcikova again doesn't run for it. And Eala gets the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. Krejcikova just shaking the head as well. As a forehand, Krejcikova on the stretch goes long. Eala's got set point advantage. And Krejcikova's not happy. Advantage Eala. To take the first set. Advantage. Advantage Eala. As Krejcikova serves. Down the tee, the back of Eala. Return goes in the forward of Krejcikova, who hits a winner. And we'll get back to deuce. Yeah, anyone who is saying that Krejcikova's injured, she's not injured. She's definitely lacking matches, but she's not injured. All right, back to deuce. Krejcikova survives again. As we default second serve. Second serve, Krejcikova. Into the front of Eala. Back into Krejcikova is in the corner. Eala puts up a lob. It's going to go wide and advantage Krejcikova. All right. Sinner 40-15. 40-15. Sinner to go to 5-2 in the second. All right, Krejcikova serves again. Down the tee, the backhand of Eala. Return goes off the tape to the front of Krejcikova, hits it in the net. Back to deuce. Again, Eala just being more aggressive and more proactive. Whereas Krejcikova is just sitting there and just standing in the middle of the court and not really. I think she's just playing scared, Krejcikova, to be honest. I don't think she's made a couple of errors and she's just kind of stopped going for shots. All right, back to deuce. Sinner 5-2, by the way. All right, second serve, Krejcikova. Served on the tees and ace. All right. Advantage Krejcikova. Because chat, if you're playing, right, if you're Krejcikova, right, and you're coming in here and you haven't played much tennis, you played 6 matches in 7 months, and you played 2 very tough matches last week, right, which were unexpectedly tough because she was playing unseeded players. If you're coming in against this player that you probably heard of because she's beaten Swiatek, she's beaten Penko, she's beaten big names, right? You're coming in against this player that you've never played, but she's been super scary. You're going to be nervous. And Krejcikova, definitely, as she holds 5-3, Eala's going to serve the set. If Krejcikova starts making some errors, she's going to start playing a little safer because she's a little scared that she don't want to give this match away by hitting errors, right? But the thing is, Eala is not giving away any errors on her racket. So to play safe against Eala is not going to work because Eala's not going to give you 100 errors. Eala's not as nervous as maybe Krejcikova expected her to be on the center court of Wimbledon as well. Maybe that was, maybe going, oh, she might give me some free points because she's nervous. Eala doesn't get nervous. She's been playing. She's ready for this. Eala serve for the set now, 5-3. As Eala serves into the backhand of Krejcikova, return goes in the front of Eala. Krejcikova forehand to the backhand of Eala, who hits another winner. And now, because Eala's, maybe she was nervous in the first games, but now that Eala's settled in, she's going to start hitting winners. And she doesn't even have to hit the line to hit a winner because Krejcikova's not moving side to side. She's standing there just watching the ball, really. Again, maybe because she's a little worried, maybe she's scared, maybe she's hoping an error happens, but yeah, Krejcikova's not. This is not the Krejcikova that won Wimbledon for sure. But also, who can blame her? She hasn't played. She hasn't played that much tennis, so she's, must be some nerves going for her. Yeah, no, Krejcikova's not injured. Who's saying she's injured? I'm not saying that. Who's saying that in the chat? Someone in the chat saying that? Why are you yelling at me? Or are you yelling at someone in the chat? No, 15-0. As the backhand return goes into the net from Krejcikova. 30-15. Yeah, Krejcikova's not moving. Oh, chat's saying it. Okay. I was going to say, I haven't said injury. I said she wasn't injured. I'm agreeing. I don't think she is injured at all. I think she might be sore and tired from last week, but I don't think she's injured at all. As that's an easy winner by Eala, 40-15. Like this to me, it just looks like a classic case of lack of matches for Krejcikova because she's making silly choices with some of the shots as well. And Eala puts that away easily. Yeah, unprepared, not injured. Exactly. Yeah, unprepared is the word. If that is a word. In the net on the return. Nope, that's okay. It's called a fault. Late call, second serve. Nardi serving to stay in the set, by the way. 40-15. Eala to take the first set. Serve to the backhand of Krejcikova. Good return to the backhand of Eala. Krejcikova backhand cross court. He's a winner. And Eala will have to try again. First one saved. She has nothing to lose. Only to gain. Are you talking about Krejcikova or Eala? Eala for sure. All right, 40-30. Set point number 2. Serve to the front of Krejcikova. Return the net. Eala first set. 6-3. Very solid first set. But I want to see what the error count is for Krejcikova because she was making a lot of errors. And it was just a smart play from Eala. That's all she's got to do. She doesn't have to play ridiculously good tennis. She can just, if she's going to play someone who's going to make errors, she can just chill. We saw that against, Penko last week. We saw it against Yastremska last week. Eala doesn't have to hit 100 winners. If you win 6-3 by the other person hitting errors, you still win 6-3. You don't get any bonus points for hitting winners. So Eala's playing smart. All right. First set in the bag. All right, here we go. First set, by the way, Krejcikova, 9 winners and 19 errors. Eala hit 10 winners and 13 errors, but most of those errors were at the start of the match when things were, when she was probably a lot more nervous. But yeah, and I think the thing as well is Krejcikova is not Ostapenko, right? So Krejcikova is not going to come out and hit return winners. That's not her game. That's not how. She's not a big returner. She's a very good all-round player and she can hit great returns at times, but she's not you don't have to be as scared of the returns as someone like Ostapenko who, if you hit a bad return, she is going to smoke it, right? So Eala doesn't have that pressure on the serve. She's not serving great, Eala. You know, her serving stats could be a little bit better, but because Krejcikova is not hitting return winners, there's nothing to really worry about at the moment. So she's not as scary of a player to serve to, especially today. All right, Eala, first set in the bag. Krejcikova's going to serve first in the second, though. Sinner's trying to go up 2 sets to love. Pegula, Zhang, and Krejcikova, 3 upsets in a day. This isn't an upset. Pegula, yes. Zhang would be, yeah. But Krejcikova is not an upset. For all the reasons I mentioned in the last hour. You know? In fact, I think she technically was the underdog. As a return from Eala goes long. Oof. I tell you, Eala's going to start going for it now because she knows. She's like, well, I've got to sit in my pocket now. I can be a little bit more aggressive. But Zhang is down a set, by the way. So is Joint, which is a bit of a shame. But again, Samsonova is no joke. Nardi holds. Musetti and Basilashvili are possibly going to a tiebreak third set. For those asking. And Sinner's going to serve her a 2 sets to love lead. All right. Hey, Russell Crowe's in the house. 30 love. He's looking smart in that suit. All right, 30 love Krejcikova. Yeah, Pegula is out. As we serve out wide the backhand of Eala. Eala in the net. 40 love. As Nardi hits a nice slice. Sinner with the backhand down the line. Nardi with the pass is a winner. Love 15. All right, 40 love Krejcikova first game. Russell Crowe looks fit. Yeah, apparently he's been slimming down. Good serving Krejcikova, 1 love in the second. Court 2 should be banned. How was the Kazakhina match? She won. Oh, 1 love Krejcikova in the second. All right. Love 15. Nardi hits it out. 15-0. By the way, chat, let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. It's 11:30 p.m. Let me know where you're watching from. Good serving from Sinner, 30-15. We got Prague, we got Iowa, Chile, Sweden, South Korea, Cincinnati, Pakistan. Krejcikova coming to the net, love 15. That's much better aggression from Krejcikova. That's what she needs to do. Sinner's got 40-15 to take the set. We've got New Zealand, Kentucky, Warsaw, Switzerland, Philippines, Pakistan, New York City, Sydney, All right, 40-15. Sinner serves out wide. Nardi in the net. Sinner 2 sets to love. All right, Jannik Sinner cruising at the moment. I love 30. Chance for Krejcikova to get the early break. She was up a break in the first, if you could believe it. She was up 2-1. Watching from Melbourne. Watching from Lebanon. We got Jersey, Singapore, India, Washington. We've got Virginia as well. Saudi Arabia. France. As we're serving to the corner. Krejcikova return is another winner. Maybe. I don't know. Eala thought it was wide, but Hawkeye said it was in. And it's love 40. Krejcikova. A couple of fortunate returns. I'm not going to lie. Those two down the lines were very close. If that goes out, it's not as impressive. But all right, love 40. As lovely winner there from Eala, 15-40. All right, 15-40. Serving to the backhand of Krejcikova. Forehand from Eala. In the net, Krejcikova breaks. 2 love. All right, she had the break in the first, though, so nobody moved. All right, 2 love Krejcikova. We said he lost the third. Well, if that goes 5, we can watch Swiatek. Let's go. Let's go. That's tracking for. We can watch Swiatek maybe. I want to keep watching Swiatek. Anyways, return goes out by Eala, and it's 15 love. It's not a break unless you hold. That is true. All right, Nardi serving first in the third. Sinner is cruising in his match, which is a nice change from the madness of the last 48 hours, where everyone has just decided to play either horrible or play players that are inspired and get their ass kicked. So it's nice to watch the world number one just ease his way through this match without having to worry. Like, I'm not losing my voice today. Yeah, it's 15-0. As Krejcikova serves. There's a forehand from Sinner down the line, goes out, and it's 15-0 there. Oh, me. All right, Krejcikova serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. As we serve in the forehand of Eala. Great return, and Krejcikova can't slice it back. All right, 15-30. Eala to get the break straight back. 15-30. Sinner is making it look too easy. Well, it is. For him. So wait, Musetti didn't get to a tiebreak, did he? He got broken? Oh shit, he did. He got broken before the tiebreak. That sucks. Linda!
Thanks for being there for my drive to the airport, then supposedly Wi-Fi on plane.
No worries, good luck. Hopefully there is Wi-Fi on the plane, because I feel like that's one of the great lies of our world is free Wi-Fi, and then you get on the plane and it's broken. It's always broken. All right, 15-40. The Wi-Fi is never working on the planes. First serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. Krejcikova in trouble again. She serves the forehand of Eala, who winds up and hits it to the back of Krejcikova. Eala forehand again in the net, 30-40. Sinner with break points, 15-40, as he returns it into the forehand of Nardi, and Nardi hits a lovely winner, 30-40. Break point again for Eala. As Krejcikova serves out wide, and ace. All right, deuce. As Sinner also tries to get this break. Nardi forehand inside out. Sinner with the backhand on the stretch. Nardi forehand again to the backhand of Sinner. Into the backhand slice of Nardi as Sinner forehand. Again to the backhand of Nardi as Sinner with another backhand. Into the forehand of Nardi to the forehand of Sinner as Nardi on the stretch. With a forehand from Sinner again to the forehand of Nardi. Sinner backhand slice. Nardi forehand again down the line as a winner, and he gets the deuce. Great rally from Luca Nardi. All right, we get the deuce. British players are saying, British commentators are saying that Eala reminds him of Leylah Fernandez. In the way she plays. I was going to say she kind of, on the grass, she looks like Kerber. But that's because she's a lefty. Return from Eala goes long, and it's advantage Krejcikova. I feel like, look, chat, we could name every lefty in the book because they're all left-handed and they all look the same when they're lefties. I feel like Eala, I think she should be more like Kerber than Fernandez. Kerber has Grand Slams and Kerber won on grass, right? But I guess they're making the comparison because they're both left-handed. Advantage for Krejcikova. She serves a fault second serve. Second serve. Also, Sinner with a chance to get the break. There's Eala in the net, and Krejcikova 3-love in the second. Russell Crowe in the house with his slicked back hair. One of Australia's great actors. What's that movie he's in where he's like a psycho and he's chasing the lady and the kid in the car? What's that movie called? Can't remember. I feel like I watched it recently too. What's that movie? It's a recent movie of his. And he's in Unhinged. That's it. Unhinged. Yeah. Unhinged. Obviously, Gladiators is great. I tell you what, chat. I love Cinderella Man. That's one of my favorite movies. Cinderella Man. What a great story, but he's great in that too. Apparently, smoked his way through that movie. Now,
good to see you cover SW19 Cam fan of yours.
No worries.
From Sydney here.
Thank you, Nell from Sydney. Appreciate the $20. All right, 3-love to the other. By the way, sorry, Krejcikova. Sinner broke, by the way. Sorry, Sinner broke. Perfect name for a movie. Yeah, based on a true story. Oh wait, you're talking about Unhinged or you're talking about Cinderella Man? Unhinged. I don't know what that's based on. All right, 15-love Sinner. He's up 2 sets to love and a break. Just doing what everybody else couldn't. And that's win easily. Just doing it. Just doing the thing. All right, Eala's serving to get on the board here. Oh no, Basilashvili's up a break in the fourth. No, we're not ready for him to play. No, Musetti, hurry up and come back, damn it. We can't have Swiatek come on for at least another 2 hours. We need an hour and a half, at least 90 minutes. Because if Sinner wins this set and then Fritz and Pirika come on and play for 30 minutes or an hour, we need about an hour and a half. And then Swiatek can play so we can watch her. Anyways, good return from Krejcikova. Eala in the net, 15-0. Unless the Eala versus Krejcikova ends in the next hour, which I doubt it will. Unless the Eala comes back and wins this set, which she could definitely do. You're going to have to choose Eala or Swiatek. Definitely not going to choose between those two. It's more, do we choose between Fritz and Pirika and Swiatek? That's the big choice. It's Pirika, Fritz versus Swiatek. That's what it is. It's forehand rally. There's Krejcikova. Already has the break here and hits the ball into the corner. Up goes a lob by Eala. Krejcikova forehand cross-court winner. 15-30. 15-30. Chance for a double break here, Krejcikova. Sinner, by the way, 2-love. $15.30. Eala serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Nardi. Oh, did he overhit it? He did. Love 15. Krejcikova comes to the net with a smash. 15-40. Krejcikova is limiting those errors now, and look how different she looks. Krejcikova is playing a lot better than the first set. 15-40. Why did I have so much confidence in Musetti on Musetti after injury? I don't know. I had no confidence in Musetti. That's why I picked him to lose in the first week. He had an injury. I mean, it's so hard to pick anyone who's got any sort of... Badosa was the same yesterday, right? Stop rabbiting and focus. What? 30-40. Damn, what are you talking about? All right, serving the back end. Krejcikova return goes to the backhand of Eala, and she hits a winner. We get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. Also, Nardi's down love 30. And now he's down love 40. Berrettini was he injured? I think he might have been 2 weeks ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. All right, deuce. As the return goes out by Krejcikova, advantage Eala. Sinner gets the double break. 3-love. As Eala tries to hang on. Krejcikova hits a winner and we're back to deuce. Hey, what's going on, Parker Ash? How you doing? Thanks, Cam. Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN offer packages. Very little coverage of Wimbledon. Really? That's a shame. All right, return goes into the backhand of Eala. Backhand Krejcikova to the front of Eala. Eala hits out. Advantage Krejcikova. Advantage Krejcikova. Will you watch Fritz Pirikar? I want to, but I don't know. We'll see. Whoever said stop rabbiting, I'd like to see you stream for 12 hours. Yeah. All right, advantage Krejcikova for the double break. Backhand return goes down the line. Krejcikova 4-love. Eala definitely taking the foot off the gas a little bit after that first set. And Krejcikova has noticed. Now we're back on serve. So we're 4-love up. We're almost back level. Sinner's dominating. And 3-love. He's got a double break. All right. Krejcikova with a 4-love lead. All right. Return goes out by Eala. 15-love. Basilashvili's up 4-love. Thanks a lot, Musetti. God damn it. Thanks a lot. Pegula and Musetti are screwing the timetable up, chat. I mean, it sucks that they're losing, but they can't, like... Just so we don't... I mean, we can't watch Swiatek now. 30 love. We just need Musetti to fight back from the death. Come on now. All right. 30 love as that goes out by Krejcikova. 30-15. Don't tell Cam that. Tell me what. My dad's friend was the announcer in Cinderella Man. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. All right, return goes in the front of Krejcikova. Krejcikova hits it wide. 30-all. Bublik's up 2-1. All right, order restored. What DVDs did you get? No, I didn't leave the house today. I woke up and didn't go anywhere. 30-all. Lovely winner from Krejcikova. 40-30. All right, 40-30. Krejcikova for a 5-love lead. Also Sinner to go to 4-love. Serve out wide the front of Eala. Return the net. And Krejcikova 5-love. Much better from the Wimbledon champion. This is what tennis she can produce. That's why the first set was so surprising, because Krejcikova is not usually that, not usually playing that badly, but now she's playing proper. And now it's back on Eala. She's got to lift. She's got to start to lift again because Krejcikova's found her game. Do you think Eala is not playing as well as the first set? Krejcikova's playing better. I think both. Okay, let me just do this, right? We started this match. Krejcikova was a little bit better than Eala because of nerves. But then what happened was Krejcikova dropped and Eala rose a little bit. But what's happened in this set is maybe Eala, after the first set, kind of went, yay, I won the first set. Dropped a little bit because she had less pressure on her, right? She won the first set. But Krejcikova's gone, way better. She's, way better than the first set. Krejcikova's playing like she did at the start of the match when she got the break early. But now she's not dropping back down. She's up here. So now Eala's got a lift. I mean, that's the better strategy. Or she has to wait around for Krejcikova to drop the level, which is not a great strategy because if Krejcikova doesn't drop her level, then Eala's not going to come back. So Eala's got a lift. And what does that mean? She's got to make Krejcikova run. She's got to make Krejcikova move. That's what was so effective in the first set. Making Krejcikova move because... and not letting Krejcikova be the aggressor, which is what's been happening. 5-love. Krejcikova. I love 40, by the way. Sinner to go 5-love. I mean, chat, did anyone tell Jannik Sinner that everybody else is losing? If you're a seeded player in danger, did anyone tell Sinner this? They obviously didn't because he is kicking everybody's ass. Or he's kicking ass unlike everybody else. All right, love 40, Sinner. Nardi serves out wide. Sinner returns it into the forehand of Nardi, and Nardi puts it away. 15-40. 15-40. All right, Krejcikova trying to go for a bagel, but Eala's trying to avoid that. By the way, chat, I said this in the last match with Maya Joint for Eala. Serving first in the third is very important, especially in this match against Krejcikova, because Krejcikova was serving first in the second and got that early lead. Eala has to hold to make Krejcikova serve for the set. Sinner's got a 5-love lead as Krejcikova gets the point, 15-all. Serving first in the third is going to probably matter a lot for Eala. Because again, if you go down 1-love and then you're serving second the entire time in that final set, that is not, especially when Krejcikova, if she does break, she's going to be up 6-love and it's going to be even worse, right? All right, 15-all. Do the grass courts warm-ups even matter? See, that's a good question. I was asking myself that when Pegula lost. I'm like, does grass court, the players that don't play the grass court warm-ups still make finals? Look at Djokovic, right? Played 0 matches, he played an exhibition match, makes the final. Like, you just go, what's the point in playing? Like, what's the point, chat? What is the point? As Krejcikova backhand into the front of Eala, Krejcikova with a forehand cross-court. Eala's got there with a backhand, and she overhits it. 30-0. So yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, so wait, does grass court, Alcaraz wins Queen's Club and nearly loses first round, right? Pegula wins bad on Berg, loses first round today. Fritz wins 2 titles, he's into a 5th set today, right? I mean, all the players that have been doing well have lost, and all the players that haven't even played, like Sinner, he played 1 match on grass, or 2 matches on grass, and now easily getting through. It's like, well, it doesn't matter. What's the point in playing grass court tennis before Wimbledon? I think there's a couple of things they should do. It's either extend the grass season to longer, so it actually gives players a legitimate chance to get ready for it. And a grass Masters was kind of force players to do that, I guess. Or just like make the grass season 4 weeks, make it less, because it's like, what's the point? Why do we have 3 weeks of grass? Sinner hitting a tweener. Why would he do that? Because he can. He's the world number 1, and he lost the point. 15-0. Sinner just hitting a tweener mid-point like Kyrgios. Okay. So yeah, like I think 2 things, like they're the 2 things. You either make less grass tennis because it doesn't matter if you have 3 or 2 weeks, right? Or you extend the grass season to longer so that we actually get, like the players actually get some sort of form. Eala holds, by the way, 5-1 Krejcikova. Because I'm sure that, I haven't heard the press conference, but the fact that Pegula had to play the week before a slam might have had something to do with her losing today. Now, she was in great form, but also she had to play a week before a slam, which the top 10 players usually don't do. So do you get an extra week of grass? So then there's 4 weeks of grass, and the best players in the world have 2 chances before Wimbledon to get form? Because at the moment, it's like 1 week in the middle where, Sabalenka and Gauff tried, they played against they played in Berlin, right? I feel like 4 weeks before Wimbledon is it should be a thing. Or you just go back to 2 weeks before Wimbledon because clearly nothing matters. Like, who cares? 3 weeks just is an awkward number. It gives everyone like 1 chance unless you want to get tired before Wimbledon, Anyway, Sinner's got match points. He ain't tired. Krejcikova's at 15-0 trying to get to a third. All right, 40-15. Sinner serves. Match points. Serve to the backhand. Nardi misses it. And Sinner wins. Carnage. Sinner said, nah, not me, not today. Everybody else can lose. Everybody else can have 5-setters. Jannik Sinner solid as a rock. All right. Sinner takes the match in straights. And very quickly, too. Eala, by the way, trying to break back. As Krejcikova slices it back into the form of Eala. Eala with the drop shot off the tape winner. 15-30. All right, GG's. Jannik Sinner cruising to victory. Easy as that. Didn't even face a break point. Correct, he did not. He faced no break points either. All right. 15-30 here as Krejcikova serves the backhand of Eala. Krejcikova forehand to the backhand of Eala on the stretch. Krejcikova down the line, forehand. Eala gets there but puts it wide. And it's 30-0. Extend the grass season or get rid of it. Yeah. I get tradition, but sometimes shit just gets old. Yeah. See, John, I think it's not even get rid of it because Wimbledon's never going to be, you're always going to have Wimbledon, but either get it, I think it's either got to be 4 weeks or 2 weeks because it doesn't seem to make a difference if it's 3 weeks. 30-0. There's been a serve down the tee. Krejcikova an ace. All right. Krejcikova to take the second. Musetti cooked. Oh my God. Fuck. God, not doing us any favors. Swiatek's match is on 20 minutes. Yeah, we're not going to watch it now. Because we're watching Pirikar versus Fritz. Chat, we might have to abandon that match maybe. Anyways, good return from Eala. We get to deuce. It's either we watch Pirikar Fritz or we watch Swiatek. One or the other, chat. Which one should we do? I really want to watch the end of Pirikar Fritz, but I really want to watch Swiatek as well. So it's up to you, chat. You make it. You make a choice. All right, serve from Krejcikova at deuce. I'll tell you what we will do. If we watch Pirikar Fritz and that match ends quickly, we will go straight to Swiatek, but we might be there a little bit late. We can do that. That's option 3. And I think option 3 might be the option. Because I want to watch Swiatek too. But if Swiatek wins easily, then we didn't miss much anyway. Back into the net from Krejcikova, advantage Eala to get one of the breaks back. All right. I think what we'll do is we have to finish Pirikar Fritz. And then we'll watch Swiatek after that. Because Pirikar Fritz could be over in like 30 minutes. Serve to the forehand of Eala. Return goes back into Krejcikova. Eala backhand. Into the forehand of Krejcikova in the net. No, it's over. And now they're coming to the net Eala. And then Krejcikova passing shot. Okay. Krejcikova hanging in. We get back to deuce. All right, first things first, though, if you want to keep on watching this Eala versus Krejcikova match, make sure you jump on over here. We're going to merge the streams just to make it easier and make a decision on what's going to go on in the next one. But nice win by Jannik Sinner. Super simple, super straightforward. And he takes it in straight sets against Nardi. As Eala returns into the backhand slice of Krejcikova. Eala backhand down the line. Krejcikova slice again. Into the forehand of Eala as Krejcikova slice on the stretch again. Eala with the drop shot. Too good. Advantage Eala. But great win by Jannik Sinner amongst all the carnage that's been going on. He stays strong and steady. And he's into the second round. We'll watch him in a couple of days.